No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Corvallis, Reser Stadium, home of the Oregon State Beavers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on last year's national champions, the Oregon State Beavers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Beavers will kick it away first. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Michigan's offense takes the field for the first time today. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the passing attack, they were going to attack all areas of the field. And right out of the gate, first drive, they go deep down the middle of the field, and they come up with a big one.
Makes the catch. It's Jocelyn. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And he tried to do all he could. He broke one tackle, but my goodness, guys were hitting him left and right in the backfield.
This is a staple for any good defensive coordinator. They want their guys to swarm to the football, to gang tackle. If one guy misses, another one's there.
No doubt. And the staple for the offensive coordinator or the offensive line coach is block those guys. Don't watch them tackle on guys.
That's a great job by the wide receiver there on a critical down. Third down, running the curl route, coming back to the football, making the catch, and picking up the first.
Off-play action on first down. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Well, the slot receiver's running the in route there, and he does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense right over the middle of the field.
And the Wolverines had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Here's the handoff. He got penetration to make the stop in the backfield, and they gave back that 4 they just gained. It's 3rd and 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 10th play of the drive coming up, but this time a chance for the defense to get off the field on 3rd and long. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. Absolutely center cut. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Oregon State's offense will go to work for the first time today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Snagged out of the air. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Beavers will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Caught in the backfield. It's Woodyard. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. On the run, it's Bickley. Got the 1st down and more. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Bring in the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! Lowers those pads. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They had to punt last time they had it. Highly unlikely that'll happen here, barring utter disaster. Great field position. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The play action fake. Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive.
How about the big fella? I know this is not in his job description to pick off passes, but the eye-hand coordination, able to get his big paws up there, stabs it out of there. It was like he was almost surprised he had the football. Just started rumbling and stumbling once he had possession.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Bring in the second string. Bring in the second string.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Rides the back on the option, the give. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there has been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his tight end. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. The give on the inside. Got the 1st down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
That's caught. It's Bigley. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
That's why, as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down, because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job, tackle.
Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Makes the grab. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Oregon State.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I'll tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside kick. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's bumped. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. The short hands. It's Jocelyn. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on third and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. The Wolverines just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Stokes. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. It's complete to the right. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Going for 6. Touchdown, Wolverines. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence in the defense, right? They needed to find some way somehow to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
Working on the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from there in Corvallis. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Reser Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Wolverines will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal.
Turning it on! The 40, inside the 30. He's at the touchdown, Beavers! They take the lead with the 6. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas is painting an offensive masterpiece so far. It's been like a Bob Ross masterclass. They're up by 24 over Cincinnati. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Making great decisions, that's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Gerbach, and the guy, can't remember, drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good, too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
Grab behind the line. It's Woodyard. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Quickly to the tight end. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolverines are marching down the field. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
Caught in the backfield, it's Buck. And they pick up just a few on that completion. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw. Pulls it in, it's Buck. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Under fire. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Michigan. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
On the move out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick-6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake.
He wants to take the top off. Brings it down on the right side. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got it. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here we go. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. They've got the screen set up. They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Nestled just inside that right upright. And we're locked up here in the 3rd.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Gets it out to the 22 before going out of bounds, and they are suddenly out of trouble. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Stokes. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Offense gets set for second down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
They'll run it from the gun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Buck. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Gonna run it. It's Buck. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Wants to fire on second down. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 3rd. Got it in the middle. It's Jocelyn. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. To the air on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to throw again. Grab near the sticks. It's Stokes. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Spins away from the defender. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. And the offense is so close to the go-ahead score, they can smell it here in the fourth quarter. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Wolverines! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. That number 1 beside your name is a heavy burden, and when you're behind late, the weight of the world is on your shoulders.
And as a quarterback, that's what you want to do on these deep go route type throws. You want to put a lot of air under it so your guy can turn around, locate it, and then make the catch.
Yeah, and that's so hard to stop. I mean, I'm running full speed down the field with a guy that's this fast, and I don't know where the ball is and when it's coming out, and trying to make a play on it is extremely difficult.
Makes the catch. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. And the Beavers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Finds a spot in the middle. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Anger. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Oh, he's got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Oregon State. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. You know, 1 to 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. On the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires to the big fella. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23. And the Wolverines decide to punt it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out route. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Oh, they're after him. And they can't make the play on third down. The Beavers will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the returner will be brought down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Offense working from the pistol. On the run, it's Buck. Breaks into the open. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. To the ground. He's got it again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Fires it incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Well, the quarterback did a really good job there, hanging in and delivering the pass, knowing that he was going to get hit. That really paid off for the offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Here's a heat. Pressure's there, and he lets it go.
Great job of timing the blitz. They're calling it at the perfect moment when the offense was going to drop back and throw. They're able to get to him, hit him. They don't get the sack, but they do affect his accuracy, and it falls incomplete.
Rushes on him. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. And I think he got back to the 2-yard line, but the defense was ready for the run.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
First play of the first possession of OT. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Makes the grab. It's Jocelyn. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't get any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted.
He'll take a shot. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone. They'll try to put 3 on the board and take the lead in overtime. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
1st down, and this defense is desperate. Any kind of score, and it's over. Touch pass on the jet sweep. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice game.
This touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Beaver! Fit it in the window for the score. I know how to sum up this game succinctly. That was fun, and what a victory to remember.
Fun for them, fun for us, just the back and forth, games that are so nip and tuck, and you know every play matters so much. These are the games that we love to call.
Yeah, every play matters, David, and that's why coaching staffs practice overtime scenarios and situations throughout the week. It's important to drill these types of scenarios. You never know what games are going to go to OT, and when they do, you love to be able to go out and execute with the game on the line.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.